What's up, everybody? Welcome to the J&K Show. Back and rocking again. Love this season 2K. I'm your man, J-Rob. And my man right there, K. What's up, brother?
Yo. What's good, man?
It's good, man. It is good. We got a lot of hot stories going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff bubbling out here. So.
It's bubbling.
Yeah, man.
So let's get to bubbling. Let's bubble away. Let's bubble.
Oh, my God.
Yo, this guy right here, I think he's my hero. Everybody knows Neo, the great R&B singer, Miss Independent himself, Neo. This guy has been going through his hard times. He went through a public divorce, right? Really hard, was together with his wife. Kaput, going goodbye. He probably said to himself, to hell with this marriage business. I'm done. I'm out. Finito. I'm going to go the opposite way. The opposite way.
Okay.
Well, he's not with men.
Oh, okay.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Well, that actually does make sense. The opposite way.
Yeah, we said opposite. Right? What are we talking about here?
That's what, actually, I'm saying that. That's what I would have think.
We'll clarify.
No, he's staying with women.
Okay.
There were rumors that he was gay, though.
Oh, my God.
There were rumors. It was just rumors. He's not. But did you hear that? There was rumors that he was gay. You never heard that?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, there was rumors that he was gay.
Okay.
I don't know where they got that from. But anyway, he's dispelling those rumors.
Okay.
He is now divorced. He's not with men. He's with 4 women. He's in this polyamorous relationship. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about it. Right.
That's it.
He has 4 women right now. He's in this new relationship, and he is now said to the world. He came out over the weekend on social media saying, here are all my women. Meet them. And if you don't have anything good to say, keep it moving. Now, my whole thing is, there's no problem with being in whatever kind of relationship that you want to be in, that I want to be in, Doc. All of you beautiful viewers out there, we all can be in any kind of relationship we want to be in. But he made that statement because he's been hearing little rumblings, people giving their opinions on what's good and what's bad and what's a good relationship to have and what's not. People giving their opinions, which people do on social media. That's what they do. I guess that's what we kind of do too.
Right.
But I am a believer at the end of the day that we should all have our own life and lead our own lives. But on the other hand, I can see why people would look a little bit down on it, right? So I guess my question to you, Kay, is what do you think about Neo and his polyamorous relationship with these 4 women? Do you think it's something that is good to do, or do you think that a man or a woman should just be with one person and just make it work? What's your thoughts?
I think, listen, I think that there's like when you find your nirvana, then go with it. So I would say, listen, I think those that are religious will say this is unchristian-like and so forth and so on. Then you have some of those that'll say that'll talk about our ancestors and how those were in relationships and so on. I don't know who's right. I think when it comes down to topics like that, then you have to find what's best for you.
Yeah.
Right. It's interesting. I have been seeing him all over. Kind of all over the internet. I think I might have saw a couple of videos. I guess I looked at it for more than 6 seconds. So now my algorithm thinks this is what I want to see.
Right.
But for him, I did see some clips of him talking about it. Dude seems happy about it. He talked about the arrangement. Sometimes he's on the road. He'll send for one goes back, send for the other. So it isn't necessarily all 4 come out together, because I think there may be other things in home and children, things like that involved. So I guess, it works for him. But the cautionary tale to, Joe the mailman, right? Like, who's thinking he's going to go out and get 4 wives. You ain't got Neo type money, right? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Right. You ain't just going to get 4 wives just because, Neo did it, right?
Right.
I don't know any.
Well, there is only his girlfriends. He might marry them all.
Right. But if that relationship, it's presented like he's taking care of them, he's providing for them. And all I'm saying is, listen, a mail carrier is an honest day's living, and I'm not picking on that, but anything in that certain category, right? The idea is that you were able to provide a certain life for them equally, right? Like
I didn't know Neo had that much money.
He's got enough. I mean,
I guess
he's got, he's written a lot of songs for a lot of people.
Well, that's true,
right?
He's a great writer.
So
yeah,
let's for the sake of this, let's just take it at face value.
I guess he does. Yeah,
and says he's got some long money, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got some long money.
He can finance the kind of lives that 4 women will be interested and be willing to kind of stick around for. So all I'm saying is, for all you civil servant brothers out there who think I'm in, you might want to get your weight up, right? Notwithstanding that, though,
right.
If it's not that way, because I have seen cases where everyone's working, right? Women and men, and those relationships are still, they're thriving and so on. As I said, I see all this stuff popping up in my feed now.
Yeah.
But I don't. But going back to your seriously going back to your question.
Yeah.
I don't see any issue with it. I feel like I'm supposed to have some sort of outrage, right? Growing up in this country where it's about monogamy, it's polygamy is illegal and so on. So we kind of came up in that,
right?
But truthfully, really. It would be a forced anger. It wouldn't be genuine, because I'm gonna be honest, Jay. I don't feel any kind of way about it. Yeah.
What I think is, I agree with you. Right, we're agreeing. But I have a problem when, I agree with you in this sense because they're just his girlfriends, right? I know there are men. There's a guy that I follow. His name is Yada Online. He has 2 wives. There are guys who have 3 and 4 wives. I have a problem with that. But when you're just talking about, I do. But when you're just having a guy, when Neo says he has 4 girlfriends, there's nothing serious about that whatsoever. It's just a girlfriend. They're probably all friends. And by the way, I looked at these 4 girls. I feel like Neo could have done better. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
I do. I really do. I mean, I kind of know why they are fine with being one of the 4.
Wow.
I really do. I think, come on, bro, you could do better. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You're just saying and saying.
I'm just saying.
And saying.
Right. Okay. I'm done. But what I meant was that I don't really have a problem with him having 4 girlfriends, because I think they are all happy. They're all cool with it. I don't know if those women would be fine if they were to be his wife. I don't believe, because they are American women here. I believe that maybe a lot of the women in Africa, because that's what they do a lot in Africa, they are fine with that because that's more of their mind frame. I don't believe the women here would be fine with being one of his 4 wives. Being one of his 4 girlfriends, that's a different thing. They're all having fun, they're all doing their thing, and everyone is happy. So in this instance, I agree with you. There is nothing wrong with it. Comes to wives, I have a completely different story.
Yeah,
right?
I disagree. I disagree from the standpoint of, I don't think, if you're into that lifestyle, to me, you're into that lifestyle. Like, there's not a switch all of a sudden because I've decided to get a piece of paper to say that we're married. Now I'm not going to be, one with this or okay with it. If you are of, if your internal wiring leads you to a place of like, yeah, I can share my partner, then I think that's who you are. Married, single. To me, I don't think that plays a role in it.
But let me ask you something, because I'm not so up on this polyamorous lifestyle, right? Like, I don't really think it's any different from women when they meet men, either online or in person, and they know that they are dating other women and they are continuing to date them too. Is that poly? I mean, I could be dating 5 different women, and the one woman I went out with tonight, she knows I'm dating other women. I don't consider myself in a poly relationship, even though they are all my girlfriends and I'm dating, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference?
Well, the difference would be, I think, the way you described it is,
right,
it's all one relationship, right? So it's
all one relationship.
Yeah,
in their situation.
Yeah. So it's not you with this one today, creeping with another one tomorrow.
Right.
And so, like, I know he's dating someone. I know I'm not the only person, but you've got a family across town or something like that. That's not what this is. This is everyone together, one relationship.
Because they know about it.
Right. They know about it, and they know about it. They know each other, like on some level, and on some level.
Oh, they have to know each other.
Right. In some level, the women are also in the relationship, right? And I don't, I'm not necessarily saying that they're intimate and all this other stuff, but it's viewed as they're all in the relationship. So it's not just a matter of, and I think that's the polyamorous approach, right? And I don't want to be, I don't claim to be a subject matter expert on this, but there is one where I think there's a version of it where
there's a main one.
Well, I don't know, main or main or primary or secondary. I just think there's a version of it where there's a man and he's got multiple wives. Right. And so think of it, if this was an informational chart, it would be him and a line from him to each wife. And then there's those that I think where there's this man and there's a line from him to the wives, but then there may be lines from the wife interconnecting the wives as well, too.
Right.
So their relationship. So it's much more circular, right? Listen, I'm sure if I got it wrong, somebody's going to hit us on the inbox.
They'll let us know. We don't know about all this stuff. We ain't never been involved in none of that shit. Well, I ain't never been involved in none of that shit. My bad. I ain't speaking for my partner in crime over there.
I'm just saying.
Committing some goddamn crime.
I'm just saying. I didn't have a name for it. I didn't have a title. I was just calling it. I was just calling it woohoo.
I was having some fun. And I don't know. I mean, could you have that much fun? You got 4 women that you got to take care of. You got to take care of them 4 women a day.
Well, I'll say this though. When this was a long time ago, and I was in a similar relationship. Okay. And so, as you know, the homies and everyone's like, "Yo, tell me about it," and they would go right to the intimacy, right to the sex. So, and I would tell folks, the sex was great. It was amazing, no doubt, right? Like everything that you can possibly imagine. It was happening. But you can't smash 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Right.
The rest of the time, right, you were just living a normal life, right? Somebody's got to do laundry, cook dinner, food shopping, go gas up the cars and stuff. So it's just a normal life.
But you have to spread the love. You got to spread the intimacy.
Yeah, but my point is that people go right to the sexual part, the intimacy part, and forgetting the part where it's like people still need to live. People are getting up every day going to work. You know what I mean? You do everything that you would do if you were in a monogamous relationship, except now you dividing up the chores now, right? Like, so you go cut the grass, you do laundry, you cook, that kind of thing.
But the problem would be on the man in that situation because there's only one of you and 4 of the women. So even if the woman is not in the mood that day, like let's say they have their different when it comes to sex and intimacy, even if one of the women, the 4 women, is not in the mood one day, the other is. And when she's not in the mood the other day, the next day the other is. So poor Neo and any man in a relationship, you're putting out every goddamn night.
So I'm going to file that under nothing to see here. Only your ass.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
And have a problem.
I didn't say this. I'm just saying.
But this is like I don't know. Pussy to the left of me. Pussy to the right of me.
I'm just
puss. Oh my God! What am I gonna like? Yo, come on, man! Like, are we talking about that? Are you serious?
Well, you know what I was gonna
Figure it out, bro.
But I'm saying even the man would get tired of it because it's still the 4 same women.
All right, listen, bro.
I'm just saying.
Like, is that?
And then you got to put in work every. There might be a night. Has there ever been a night where you just did not feel like being intimate? Damn. Okay. Then maybe it's just me. Yeah, maybe it's just me again, y'all. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm just saying.
Well, listen.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, when we hear people say, well, that's a good problem.
Yeah.
Like, I got all of this pussy around me. I don't know what to do. Darn. Like, come on, man.
I think if it's always around me, I'm not going to. It doesn't matter even if it's 4 of them. If I can have any one of them anytime, any day that I want, granted when they're not on their time of the month, it's still kind of boring to me.
Listen, I understand from the standpoint of a man, being a man, and how men are. Because the only thing men feel like, the only thing better than puss
is new puss.
Is new puss.
Yeah, but if you have four, then it's always there. It's nothing new.
So from that respect, I get it.
Right.
But, okay. I mean...
I do think that Neo has one main girl, though, because I seen them all smooching up close to the one main girl, and she's the prettiest, by the way. And I think the other three underlings just have to take the little scraps when he's has some free time.
Yeah, I don't know the dynamics of it.
I don't know it either.
I do know in some cultures there's wife number one.
Yes, right.
And then, so maybe they're adopting that kind of way of approaching it.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing.
Let's see if we can try to book him on the show, man.
We got to get him on.
Yeah, I would love to.
And
hell, I'd get one in a watt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but the prettiest one.
I wouldn't care any one of them.
No, I only want the prettiest one.
Honestly,
yeah.
I would take the one, not my word, if I can adopt something from you, the least attractive one. I would love to hear her stories and see if she's the mutt of the litter.
Well,
the runt of the litter.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And the problem is, we kind of know why they're with him. Not to say that he's not a good-looking guy and successful. No, it's not taking anything away from Neil. We know why they are there. It makes perfect sense. The problem with people who are very successful and they're famous and all that stuff, they never really know when people want to be with them, whether it's the man with the women or the women with the men.
Listen,
you really don't know.
I disagree. I had a version of that relationship, and I was not. This was a long time ago. I didn't have I didn't have the money I have now. Nowhere near it, right? And that relationship was able to happen and thrive. So I'm gonna push back on you on that one a little bit.
Well, you're not a celebrity. Well, you're a celebrity in your own right.
No,
but you don't have Neo.
I'm saying back in the day,
right?
I was in a relationship like that, and I didn't have bread. So I don't. So that's what I'm saying. I disagree that we know why. To your point, we know why they're with Neo.
Right.
I'm saying because I was there and I didn't have anything at the time.
That's true. They're just people just in a lifestyle. Right.
Yeah. And listen, you said it. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice, which is why I said it doesn't matter whether or not you're married or not married. I think if if someone has a jealous vibe about them, you think that woman or that man cares whether you're married or dating? If they're that way and they're connected and don't want you, man, that's who they are. So
we agree. But on the marriage part, I completely disagree. It's like you should be married to one woman. That's just my personal opinion. Girlfriends, you could have 25 of the girlfriends if you want. Like, that's not a big deal. But when you step up to marriage, I think that's a more serious thing.
Got it.
In my opinion.